Welcome, guys. This is another sections of our Advanced Excel. In this module, we will be analyzing budgeting, budgeting analysis. How do we use Excel to do a simple budgets for the projects? So, I've already built these templates. I'm just going to analyze it together with you guys so that you can be able to redesign and reformat yours and send it back as an assignment so that I can evaluate. Assume that Office Professional Advanced class is about to undertake a class party and we need to set budget, right? Yes, we need to set budgets because budget is a proposed sum. We don't have it on hand. We will have to set the budgets, do the planning, and every piece of our planning have to fit in our budgets. But first of all, you have to think about the source of your budget. If you're setting a budget, you're supposed to know what the source of your income. Where were you trying to get those income from to fit in? So, for the sake of the exercise, the source of our income would be contribution from students. Contribution from students. Assume that every professional advanced class is about to um, do undertake a project like this, a class party, so we have to tax one another. So here you have student contribution right here. Bill Upla, Cyrus Jackson, Reese Johnson, Jeffina Upla, Fatu Smith, Grace Colley, and so forth. And as per the type of party we want to honor, right? For example, we want $2,000 party. We want $2,000 party, wherein we'll be doing renting reception hall, music will be there, transportation is going to be there, food going to be there, and of course you can leave drinks behind. So we need to collect a reasonable sum of money that will be able to fit in our $2,000 budgets. And when we're setting these income templates, it should be higher than our budgets, so that when we're scrutinizing the process, at least it will be exactly our budget will be exactly fit in our income source, or after everything, some excess will be left. So according to this template, we decide to charge each student $300 USD. $300 USD. So every student will pay $300 USD, and we are how many students here? Notice we are how many? We are eight. We are eight students. So if each student pays $300, that means that we will be collecting the amount of $2,400 as our source of income. The incomes that will be coming in. All right. So we're already analyzing the source of income. Now I come to the budget templates. Here now we have to build a template that will be able to sink in all of our incomes and see whether excess will be left or deficits will occur. So here we'll build this thing right here. You already know how to do this immersion stuff. You put a name here, and then another cell right here. This is a single cell that is left. You just put your $2,000 here, and then you format into a dollar sign. You know that one already. And then you put our expense, our allocations in percentage sound, and allocator budgets, estimate costs, and actual costs. These expenses are the different types of expenses that will incur in our budget, all right? And the allocation percentages are the amount of percentage each expense will have to represent. Example, let's say we'll be using 3% of the $2,000 on reception hall. We'll be using 2% of the $2,000 on music. We'll be using 5% of the $2,000 on transportation. We'll also be using 50% of this $2,000 on food because food carry large money. So in the $2,000 food will be carrying 50%. And lastly, the drink will carry 40%. So everything will be to 100%. You already know, use a sum, your auto sum to calculate from here. Example, I delete this one. I press here, then go all the way to this bar here. I press auto sum. It calculates all of the percentage. I put in 100%. And 3, to get the percent, I read 3 and then press shift and number 5 on your keyboard. That's what the percent sign is. It's not something strange, you know it already. Then the allocated budgets is if you are allocating 3% of the $2,000 to go to reception hall, how much will the 3% of the $2,000 be? You get the point? That's how we have $60 US here for reception hall. How do we calculate that? We say equal this $2,000 right here times shaving 8 to process tariff 3%. Then it will calculate the value of 3% of 2,000 and then it will represent it to the reception hall area. That's how we get the $60 US. What's about the music? The music, do the same thing, equal $2,000 times 2%. That's how we get $40. And so the same idea apply all over here. Even if 1,000 hour generated by equal times $50, 50% times 1, that's how we get the $1,000. So when you're done with that, you just sum everything here. The same auto sum. I did it so that I can do in your pressing. Press equal or come up here, auto sum. It calculates all of the allocated percentages value for you and represent it in your total. Beautiful. So all of our value of each percent will be equal to $2,000. That was how we get it 2,000. So you have to be very skillful when you're allocating these percentages so that it can fit in your budget. Okay, so you can put, and when you're doing this percentage, make sure that be to 100%. When I exceed 100%, when I exceed 100% means that you are exceeding, your plan is exceeding your budget at 2,000 right here. Okay, for example, if I were to put 60% here, it's 50%. Look here. I change it to 60%. Look at that. I press enter. You notice that I want to 110%, which will be adding my budget to 2,200, and it will be exceeding my total budget I already have in mind to have the class party. So always make sure when you divide the percentage, let it just be to 100. You already know it. 3 plus do it, blah 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 blah. Everything will be to 100. Then it will automatically sync in with your total $2,000 that you plan you already have in your head. That probably controls you to go back. Good. So then you can do 100% and then it return to 2,000. So we in. Now let's go to estimated cost. What is estimated cost? Estimated cost is wherein we say if we're allocating $60 USD to rent a reception hall, how much will it really be? I think they put charging that place $60 estimation. I think. Okay, if we're allocating $40, the budget is $40. We're allocating $40 for music, right? Then what will be the estimated cost for the same $40? Because we are not even fully negotiated with the person, the DJ, or the person that owns the music. So estimated cost will be negotiated in the future, but it should also fall within our $2,000. Okay, also fall within our 2,000. For this one here, it doesn't require it requires formulas. Okay, it requires formula, but I will explain to you how we got this $60, $40. We didn't take it from here. You see formula up here. Then the actual cost here, the actual cost is after we finish negotiating. If you're allocating $60 US to rent a reception hall, then you went and met with the reception hall owner. You say, look, mama, I beg you. Want to establish customer relationship, please. So instead of the $60, I'll pay $50 US. That's the actual cost. That's how the $50 US came here. Instead of the $40, please me negotiate for $35. Instead of the $100, me negotiate for $75. So this is what we call actual cost. The actual costs are the negotiative price or cost that you negotiated with the clients to fit in or sync in your budget with your expense. Okay, but how do we generate these estimated cost and actual cost? Now, to expound to understand this estimated and actual cost, you will have to create another separate sheet or another separate dashboard or template to give full details of each of these items here so they can be able to generate it. Example, what do I mean? If you this is just a summary, but this is an in-depth detail of each expense right here. So example, you take reception hall, then you come here. On a reception hall, you have to break the things then that you need, the things then that will constitute the $60 US, the things then that will define the $60 US, so constitute the $60 US with that which you warrant $60 US to be paid for the reception hall. You have to put it separate and verify them and see whether $60 US actually match with the reception hall expense. So when we take reception hall right here, we'll notice that on a reception hall we have estimated cost and actual cost, right? We'll take it one by one, put it here. Then we'll go to the reception people now and negotiate with them. So we'll ask questions. So the reception here see that $60. So what are the things constitute $60? The people will tell you, say chairs, the hall rent, and the chairs will give you that it constitutes $60. Then from that we'll have to negotiate. Okay, I'm making you the chair here, and you say, then the people will tell you the chair is $30, and then the rent is what, $30. So all constitute what, $60 US. So that was how we got the $60 from here. But then we will have to negotiate. If they're giving the chair out for $30, we'll bet for 20. If they accept, we'll put the $20 here. The rent, actual rent is for the reception is, they say $30, right? We'll bet for 30. We'll bet for 25, but if I agree, they say we want the 30, we'll still do 30. That means the $60 that are allocated from our summary right here, for our summary right here, we brought it separate and expand it to know what are the things that constitutes the reception hall. Within you have chair and rent, right? Then after we finish negotiating, we're able to pay a total of $50. Because we negotiated for $30, it said $30 for the chair, right? We negotiated for $200. They said the reception hall is what? The rent is $30. We try to negotiate for 25. They said no, it will remain on 30 because the other thing happened with $20 right up here. So no problem. We pay 20 for chair. We pay $30 for the rent, the hall rent. So all constitute a reception hall, all on a reception hall. So instead of paying $60 exactly, we negotiated for about 50. How much left? How much we save? $10 US. Good. So now we put $30, we put $30, we put $60, everything amount to $60. Of course, you have to use your auto sum to total them right here. Then after we finish negotiating, we have $50. Now, the total for this estimated cost is what we're going to use formula so that can appear here. Example, let's cancel this one. We click here on reception hall, and you know that reception hall details estimated cost here. That is the chair and the rent hall. Going to do the $60 right here, right? So we'll come right here to the summary right here. We'll press enter. Then the total that constitute the total estimated cost that constitute the reception hall. We'll say total. Then we'll press equal. You'll take it, put it right up here. Now how we get the $60. Clear? Now, then the total we paid, the actual cost we pay for the reception hall, and at $50, that will come right here to the play. Remember, we right on here that reception hall here, so that the details here. So we'll click right here, we delete it. I want to show you how we did it. We press equal, we press 50. Take it, put it. That's how we generate the 50 and the 60. So there was the estimated cost, and then there was the actual money we paid. We're good. We do the same thing with music. Music already 2%, and that was $40 US, and estimated cost is $40 US. We pay 35. How did 35 came about? We also take music, we expand it right up here. Okay, one by one, we'll deal with them one by one. On our music, we have estimated cost and actual cost. Okay, then we went to the DJ. But man, let's go to the DJ first. The DJ higher fees, how much that? Because everything on the music. The man said $30. Wow. We said, my man, I beg you, we'll negotiate for 25 and you agree. And now the actual cost we pay for DJ higher fees. Then the man said, okay, then you're buying gasoline. We said, okay, I'm up for the gasoline. The man said $10. We try to bring him down to $5. He said, no way, you can't make it. So $10 remain. So since we allocated $40 US as estimated cost for the total activity that will constitute the music activities, and then God help us, we're able to negotiate 25 for the DJ hire fee, and then 10 for the gasoline fee. Everything amount to 35. So we save $5. How do we do that? We also do auto sum to total it right here, and then they want to also you total everything. Okay, let me do it again. I delete it. If then from there, do auto sum. You already know this one. Just that was how we get it sorted out right here. Now, under this music, it's the estimated cost. Let me delete it to see how we get it. You press equal. Okay, then you just come under the music and press the estimated cost and take it, put it there. Same thing with for actual cost equal 35. Beautiful. Then we come to transportation. If we allocate 5% for transportations, which is $100 US, how do we get $100 US and $75? We also take transportation by itself as an entity and bring it exclusively here. We expand it. On our transportation, maybe one of our guys gets a car for us. We'll only be paying our gasoline and then the repair service in case anything might happen to it. Then we allocated $80 US for the gasoline. We allocate $200 US in case anything might occur on the road. Why? Now, the $80 you allocated, we actually spend $60 US on gas. Then out of the $200 we plan to spend on the repair service, we're able to incur $15 US. So instead of to pay $200 US, we're able to pay $75 US. How do we get $100 US? The same functions, you delete it, and then you come to auto sum. It puts everything right here. And the same thing applies to $75 US. Now, on our transportation, right here, the same thing equal our total actual cost on the transportation, which is $100 US. Good. Then the actual money we pay, which is on the $5, same thing, equal on the transportation. Good. So the same thing applies to food. I will stop to food, then you just use the same analysis and do drinks on. Good. On our food, we allocated 50% of our $2,000 budgets, and which is why $1,000, right? Good. Then the estimated cost is $1,000, which are allocated, and then the actual money we spent was $840. How do we get that? We also take food expanding right up here, right down here. On our food, we know that maybe we plan that we'll go fried rice. Those who supposed to go fried rice, the one in the market, they notice that fried rice is supposed to be $500 US, and out of the $500, after all that expenditure, that small thing, and they were able to spend $450. Okay, they spend $450. Then we go to fish barbecue. Okay, we allocated $300 for it, and after everything, we're able to spend $275. Drinking cup, we allocate estimated $50. Maybe they won't go in the market, they will be selling everything $50. We can buy $50. Then after everything, we were able to spend $200. Spoon, let's use $200 for spoon, okay? Because I'm more than I don't know how many person going for the party, and they will be bringing some of that friends there with them. But we're able to spend $15. They take away pen, the one who can be putting food inside. We allocate $80 for it. And all your allocations will fit in your 1,000. You don't go above the 1,000 because I see in 1,000 we have on the summary. Okay, good. And then from there, maybe miscellaneous. The miscellaneous, something might happen along the way we may not know. We allocate $50 for miscellaneous. Then after everything, we're just able to spend $200 out of the miscellaneous budgets. So when everything is 1,000. But after all our purchase, we're able to spend $840 instead of 1,000 that we budgeted for food alone. That's how we get it, $840. And how do we do that? Also auto sum. We'll add everything. You know that's how to do it. We'll also auto sum this one. We'll add everything. Now then we'll come to our summary dashboard here. We have to estimate the cost. The same thing, equal. You click on our estimated cost, which is 1,000 total. It take it, put it over there. Then the actual money we pay, which is equal. Click right here. Good. So the same thing apply to drinks, okay? Same thing apply to drinks, and same thing apply to drinks. The actual cost was $670. ASO. The estimated cost was $800, right? ASO. Now, after everything, you have to add all your actual costs, the money you pay to buy all these things. That is, you add this, you add this, um, we add this, sorry, this one, this one, everything like here. Because the first one is this, and we put all of them one by one, right? With formulas. So we just press here, we auto sum it. Beautiful. It did everything put over there. $1,770. So our estimated cost is 2,000, and the actual money we pay is what? $1,670. So we did not exceed our budgets. You get that? That was how we get it $1,670. Now, if we budgeted $2,000 and then our total money that came in, our source, the money we collected was $2,040, then we're able to spend $1,670 after the entire party has exhausted. Will we go into deficit or will go into excess? Let me give you a little time to think about it. What is the answer? Whatever your answer is, if you said your answer is you go into excess, you're right. If you went into deficit, you're wrong. Why? What we're going to do for is we had nothing to do with 2009 anymore because the 2000 was just a fiscal something with just picture after everything we did here. Now we're going to subtract the actual total money that was spent from the actual total money that came in, our revenue that we collected, which is our source of incomes. Then from there, the balance statement will show 730. Maybe we can reserve this one for extra party or extra class party, maybe the following month to ball inside. How do we do that? We press equal. We subtract the total revenue that came in, which is $2,400, minus the total money we spend, the actual total money we spend, which is $1,670. We press enter. It gave us 730. Do that again. Equal total incomes that we collected, student contributions, minus the total revenues that went out after all of our actual cost expenditure that we spent on all these things. Enter. We have 730. Mind you, never you made the mistake and subtract this total incomes from what you spend. Excel will put the balance in parentheses, which is negative, which means that you are wrong. Always mention the figure with a higher number first when you subtract it from Excel. Let me show you what I'm saying. Example, equal, you subtract this, you mark this one, minus this. Look at that. Put it into minus 730, right? Which is wrong. Don't do that. So follow this one here. So this is just a simple analysis on budgeting, our simple budgeting. With this in mind, I will hold you responsible to design a budget for the entity you live, or a budget for your house, a monthly budget for your house. Maybe you can use this example to do a budget for your monthly house. Maybe you can put LDC bill, you put food, you put the children lunch, you put how you call it, say even some miscellaneous in the house, you capture it one by one. Then each of these entities here, you expand it one by one to know. For example, if that food now, you take food from here, you bring it here to know what are the things you can buy in your house, whether you can buy oil, you can buy pepper, you can buy on the money basis and keep it in the house. Even fish, you keep it in the freezer, everything you allocate, and then from there, you should be able to know how much you can spend every month so that you can exceed your budget. And when you notice that on a regular basis, your expenditure is less than your budget, then of course you're saving more money. So thank you guys. I look forward to hearing from you. Maybe Tuesday, you do this project Tuesday and send it back to me in our WhatsApp chat room. Thank you plenty. Any question, feel free to ask me.